as hard as it is to maybe believe at some points, especially when you're going through the thick of it, no part of yourself or your journey is a failure. And I am directly quoting Jamie Lauder, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he makes these YouTube videos that I've been watching every now and again. And he said, no part of you is a mistake or a failure. And that hit me. And I wanted to do a little tarot reading. I've been wanting to do another YouTube reading for a while, for weeks, but I just haven't. I think my brain was always coming up with a reason not to do it, or I was like, yeah, whatever, but I'm doing it now. There's this energy, if you're part of this soul pod or collective who's going through this kind of story right now, or there's a lot of change, there's a lot of transition, there's a lot of parsing apart who and what you are, however you define that, from how you view yourself and where you're going. And there's a lot of disassembling and meaning making and rebuilding and sifting and discovering. When we change, when our lives change, our foundations sometimes need some patchwork done, or a shift, or to even be moved, or to be broken down and relocated. And that process can bring up all kinds of fears and insecurities and questions of who and what am I, and what am I worth in this version of myself, or in this lifestyle that doesn't reflect what I'm familiar with or who I used to be, but reflects parts of what I'm going into. And there's a lot of just discovery in the dark that happens in this process. So I want to pull some cards to kind of explore this process more and offer some refined insights and guidance. And I also just wanted to let you know, if you're interested in having space held for you in a community setting, online, I have an event coming up called Rocky Transitions. I will post the link in the description, but it's designed for moving through incredibly rocky transitions and exploring the meaning beneath what is happening, what's coming up. So check that out for more information. But let's see what wants to come out. First YouTube reading back. So there's some obvious expansion happening. Some of you might have visions that you're moving towards, or with the Three of Wands. There's a sense of seeing beyond the horizon, whether you see that now or you are about to, but this is a major key pointer to what your current phase might be, if this video is for you. And for the record, let the messages that I'm sharing be confirmation if they reflect things that you're already kind of feeling or resonating with. Use your discernment as always with these readings. It's just a tool to create more connection and relate more with ourselves and our souls. So yeah, this represents expansion and kind of seeing beyond the horizons of things, seeing new horizons. I'm also in a hotel room on a bed right now, so sorry if it's shaky. And then we have the Six of Wands coming right out after that. So whether you see it or feel it or not, what's actively happening right now, especially in the moments where maybe your faith gets a little shaky or you lose sight of what is going on, this is victory. It literally says Lord of Victory. So success. It's happening. But I do feel like at some points in this journey, it can be really, really hard to see. It can be really, really hard to see both of these things. So I think this is just a reminder that, like, you don't have to lose sight. And even if you do, it's still happening. And that's kind of a similar message to what I was just watching in that video that I quoted, earlier, that success is inevitable. And yeah, the Hermit. You could be going through a period of isolation or inward thinking, feeling very much, in your own world, navigating the dark. This is a very, very, very inward process. It's a very emotional, dark, introspective process. And that's just the nature of things. What else? And yeah, lots of fears are going to be coming up at this time to be faced. To me, it's like the image I'm seeing is of, how during a marathon, the runners run through the like finish line and they break it, or like a ribbon cutting ceremony. But I'm just imagining the image of a woman walking or a man walking down a street, like through these layers, or almost walking through these. I'm literally seeing like curtains of chain. And I think that visual kind of represents a perceived limitation that turns out to be completely transient, because a chain itself is pretty intimidating. It's strong. It's not typically possible to break just with your own, body strength, especially a really reinforced chain, a strong chain. But if they're just rows of chains hanging like a curtain, you can walk right through them. And until you can see that they're not connected to the ground to make like bars or anything that you can't get through, it's like, it could be an illusion. So there's this energy of being initiated through fears, and just trying on different parts of yourself, trying them on like clothes. Yeah. And we have the Three of Cups come out right over the Devil. There's a walk towards community. I feel like there's a lot of heartbreak around community. It came out upside down on the Devil. You might be going through a lot of old traumas or subconscious beliefs relating to community specifically. Could be disillusionments, could be realizations. Let's see. What else is surrounding this Three of Cups energy? We had these two just pop right out. They're both upside down, the Knight of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, so I think that there's a part of you that is very excitable, very bold, very outgoing, maybe very, very forgiving, passionate, and perhaps you found yourself in situations where this part of you was really at the forefront, and other parts of you that are necessary for like balanced community, and to really discern and choose the kind that is best for you. Maybe those parts were less at the forefront, but these aspects, this courage and kind of carefree attitude, seeing kind of only what's right in front of you, very present kind of energy, paired with this impulsive, passionate, vibrant, quick burning kind of energy, maybe led you into some situations that couldn't sustain the way that you needed them to feel a sense of long-lasting support or nourishment, right? This is kind of the lack of those things that come with a community that can hold you. So let's see what else. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So you went through some major loss and disappointment, and again, no part of you or your journey is a failure or a mistake. So, one way to kind of frame the past or what you're learning from right now is that you were trying on different aspects of yourself. And what you experienced as a result of that is not necessarily a failure or a mistake. It's experience, it's life experience. It's insight, it's perspective, it's fuel that gives you a broader view of the horizon, of who you are, where you're standing, what you're capable of, what you want, what you need, the vision. This is your life vision, and this is the fulfillment of it. This is the claiming of it. So none of it's a mistake. So I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with this, give it a like, leave a comment, help my channel grow so more people see this video, in case anyone needs to. Again, check out my Eventbrite link in the description for Rocky Transitions. It's going to be, I think, on June 16th. Today's the 9th when I'm filming and posting this. Excuse me. And if you'd like a tarot reading for yourself, please send me a message. I have my services below in the description. And if you want something or you want to work together in a way that you don't see below, you're more than welcome to send me a message. We can figure that out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.